Thank you. Whoa, wrong one. Okay, we're gonna bring this down as well. We're gonna cut it right here. I don't want the fencing too tall because, again, we want to be able to see over it. Thank you so much for the follow. Voltec Fiddle? I'm going to call you Volt. I hope that's okay. Thank you so much for the follow, Volt. Oh, the shimmering sound effects? Yeah, that's the purple app. That is a new follow over on the purple app. You think we got kicked off and restarted? Just FYI. Oh, you're right, Waffle. No. Did that happen when TikTok happened? Did TikTok do it? Twitch froze as soon as you followed, but hi. Yes, I saw your follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, something happened with the connectivity and it restarted our stream over there. So now we're going to have 2 episodes. I'm going to have to try to edit and splice them together. You get a for the rug tutorial. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for coming in. I'm always happy to help. And I'm always happy to answer questions if you need help with gameplay. I'm going to bring these down just a little bit. I might honestly have it go to here. You gotta love, yeah. Gotta love the purple app. Sometimes it do be... So I'm pretty sure that was on the purple app side. I don't believe that was us. That wasn't us, Waffle, right? Like, our connection's fine, right? Hello? It won't let me go down any further. Bye. What is going on right here? What's going on? How do people make huge cities in this game when I only got a small square of land I could work with? So the oh, it's like Nickelodeon. Okay, I got it. That's cute. That's a cute. So with the Glade, it looks like a small square, but it's all about how you scale your buildings. It's all about how you scale your buildings. And you can go, I'm typically a larger builder. So my builds typically are very medium to large, I would say. But you can go very condensed. And what I mean by that is, let's go look at my Christmas Glade real quick. The one that we were just talking about where I deleted the castle. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub, the gifty, baby LaCoy. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Oh, I see your little tartlet. Okay. Side thank you so much for the gifty, baby LaCoy. I hope you enjoy your emotes, Dracus. I hope you enjoy them, but you can get pretty condensed. You would have to make my buildings tiny then. Not super tiny. I would say these are still medium-sized. These are still, I would consider medium-sized. Tiny would be like maybe this. Like this would probably be super tiny. But majority of my builds, I would say, are probably medium. And you can fit a lot in here. You can definitely fit a lot. And then like when you go into like this mode with the camera, like just the typical camera mode, it makes it even smaller. I love this mode. I don't know. There's something about it. Just reminds me of like those model houses that you use for your train villages. You're very welcome. The Nickelodeon. You're very, very welcome. Yeah. So you don't have to go super big and you can go super small as well. This is called Tiny Glade. This is called Tiny Glade. And so like another idea is you don't have to go super condensed either. So like here's my port town. We'll look at this glade as well. So you see how massive my ship is? This is actually massive. This is massive. But it looks small in the overall glade. So I don't typically do like that. Christmas Town is like the only glade that I truly did like a full city. Most of my glades look like this, where I just have like a couple like buildings and stuff in it. Thank you so much for the follow, Downshift. And then as another glade, my very first glade that I did when I first got the game is this one. This is a little town. And I would say really tiny houses would be more like this. Like this is probably the smallest you can go with the foundations. But yeah, you can definitely get creative. I think once you start like putting the first foundation down, you realize the scale of the glade. It seems small from a top-down view, but it's actually quite large. It's quite a lot of space. And I think like a lot of people get overwhelmed when they first start. Look at all the cute little turtles. Yeah, so over on the purple app, if you do exclamation turtle in the chat, you spawn your own little turtle pet. We call them turtlets. And they spawn for about 10 minutes and you can interact with them. There's different commands to interact and then you can spawn them again after 10 minutes. They usually last about 10 minutes. Thank you so much for the follow, Downshift. And yes, this is called, it only works on the purple app, Nickelodeon. I wish it worked over here. Okay. You'll find yourself wanting to finish filling every gap. Yeah, true. I think we're going to have a lot of gapages in ours, and we're just going to fill it in with the flower tool and trees is what we're going to do. All right, so Beauty wanted to see bistro style tables, and so that's what we are going to do. We are going to give her the bistro style tables. Thank you, Sunflower. I think it's pretty cute too. Look at all the cute little turtles. All the cute little turtles coming in. I think I can only do 10 turtles at a time as well. So if there's more than 10 turtles on the screen, I don't think it lets you do more than 10. But I haven't tested that theory, so. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, guys, I gotta lock in. We gotta start making some of these tables. And I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. What are we eating today? What is everyone eating today? What am I thinking? I'm thinking pathway tool, I think. We're gonna do some pathing underneath here. Whoops. We're gonna fix that in just a second. I'm just making sure that I have enough underneath here. All right, let's fix that. We don't want that. Let's delete. Grab onto this. There we go. You had shawarmas today? It was so good. Ooh. Those do sound good. I'm gonna do a little bit of pathway over here because I'm just gonna spawn my my fencing posts. We're gonna be working with the fencing posts to make these tables. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this a couple times. And then we're gonna change the color. I think we're gonna go with, what do we want to do for the table color? You know what? Let's make it bright. Let's go with the lighter color. I think that would be great contrast with the green and the yellow. Okay, we're gonna bring this over. Well, first I'm gonna raise it up. Hold on. Let me raise it up. And now let's bring it over. Hopefully this is tall enough. It is. All right, awesome. We're gonna add a couple different tables. We're gonna add a table here. Maybe like right here. I'm gonna cut this. I'm just gonna mark where these tables are gonna go. I'm gonna add a table here. Basically where I can get flat top is where I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna add another one. That is not flat top. Okay. We're gonna be working with the fencing posts every time. It is every tiny glitter. Yeah, the fencing. I love the fencing in the terms of prop building, but I do not enjoy the bug of the collision. It's very buggy when it comes to the collision. All right, I might bring this over actually. Maybe we'll just have it. The terrain is not even at all. It is not even. And that's okay, because I think we will be okay. Okay. All right, let's bring these down to the height that we need. First, before I go too far down and I lose it, I need to bring over a chair for reference so we can get the right height. Let me grab onto this chair. Let's bring this over. The terrain is not terrain. It's because I have hills everywhere. I have hills everywhere. So it's kind of my fault. It do be my fault. All right. We wanted small bistro style. So I think this is a good height. We're going to cut it probably 4 or 5 times, I think. I do 1, 2, hello, 3. Alright, let's do it this way. I'm gonna start shaping it to a circle. Do we want to do like the stripes like Beauty did with hers? Maybe we do stripes. Maybe add. Alright, hold on. Wait, hold on. That needs to be this color. So we can do it stripey. Well, let's bring this down like this. The stripes would be cute. Yeah, because we're going to add props on this as well. So I think... this is what we're going to do. Bring this one over. Yeah, we definitely need more pieces. Let's cut this a couple more times. This is called Tiny Glade, guys. To use the chair as a scale? Yeah. I typically do that when I'm doing tables because I don't want it to look... Wait, I need to make this one green. I don't want it to look too massive compared to like the table. Alright, this one needs to come over. Hello. Alright. So our little lopsided table. Gonna do another one this way. Nice. We're gonna add a little... We're gonna do a little... I love how it's like slanted. We're gonna do like a little centerpiece on it. We're gonna do I love the candles, so we're gonna do candles. I'm hoping I can just place the candles in. Let me grab this real quick. We'll find our candle prop. It looks like a candy. It's so cute. Yeah. Thank you so much for the follow. The lopsided table is 100% intentional. It shows the imperfections of the Emerald City. Yes, yes, absolutely, 80. What actually happens when you put pathing in the water? So when you put pathing in the water, it creates like little stepping stones. So you get like little stepping stones when you put pathway in the water. So that's basically what's underneath this one foundation. It's just a bunch of these little pebbles. You got I appreciate it, 80. Thank you so much for the follow, Miranda. You never knew that, 80? Yeah, yeah. It also adds cattails too. So I don't know if you saw, like, when I put the pebble down, like, it adds lily pads and cattails, which is, like, another way that you can do the terrain if you don't want to do, like, this style. So it gives you this option as another way to decorate your water. Yeah. Exactly. You learn something new every day. uh, we'll decorate the water in a little bit, like towards the end. We'll add like those finishing touches and stuff. Right now, we were looking for the candles, right? Doing the candles. There we go. I'm hoping I can just bring this over like this. I don't mind that because what we're going to do is we're going to add another one. Hold on. We're going to grab this one. This is what we're going to do. Then we're going to add this one. Bring it this way. Rotate it. There we go. So then at nighttime, this is what we're looking like. So now we have candles. And the imperfection is gone, right? It levels it out. So that is what we're looking like. So we're going to do a couple more tables like that. What do we want inside the gazebo, guys? What are we thinking? What do you guys want to do? What's going on in here? We already have a market, so I don't know if we're going to go for another market per se, but what do you want to see inside there? You want a cat in the gazebo. A cat. I can make a lion. A band? I'm thinking. With the instruments, yeah. A piano? Beauty did a piano. Beauty did a piano. Yeah. We can take inspiration from her piano and do a piano. Are we thinking like a drum set? I might be able to get creative and do. You saw it? It was so cool. Yeah. I did. I saw it too. It's a beautiful piano. She did a beautiful piano. You want me to do my version of a piano? Okay. Yeah, I saw her piano. It's gorgeous. It really is. I did see her piano. I'm gonna raise this up just a little bit, just above. Right there. Okay, now we're gonna start cutting it. Hold up. A grand piano. Like, you guys thinking like an organ? Or like, just like what Beauty did, like a typical... Or do you want it to be like those grand pianos that actually has like the shape to it? Like that heart shape to it, almost. She did a, I think she did like a standard piano. You're gonna try a grand piano in your spooky build? Ooh. Yes, do it. Okay, we can definitely do a piano. So like, okay, we'll do a piano. And we'll do a microphone. How about that? We'll do a piano, a microphone. We'll add like some really beautiful flowers in here. Maybe we'll do another one of my rugs. And then we'll have like a little railing that goes around it. And, oh, you know what else would look really cute in here? Now that my brain is cooking now. A chandelier. A chandelier. We got to do it, guys. We got to do a chandelier. So we're going to raise this up just a little bit. And we're going to do like a drop down chandelier in the middle to light it up. And then we'll do our piano. We'll have a microphone and we'll put some candles and flowers, make it super romantic. So then that way, these little lovebirds over here can have something to listen to as they're eating their food. Is that the idea we're going for? You built a really pretty fire hazard. I sure did. Shh. We don't talk about that. You're on board with that 100%? Yeah, I can see the vision now. So I will... So you guys want to do grand piano? Okay, so I'll do grand piano. I think I have... Okay, I can already see it in my head. I think I already know how I'm going to make it. It might not be this episode, though. It's the Emerald City. We have magic, so there's no fire hazards. Just follow the yellow brick road. Hello, Soul. Soul is in the chat, guys. AKA, we call him Debbie. Soul is the one that is giving... He is the one that created our Minecraft server for us over on the Discord, guys. So, like I said, now that we have our Discord link available, if you guys are interested in joining, no obligation, of course, but we do have a Minecraft server that is up and available, and I might be dabbling in it this weekend. So if you also play Minecraft and you want to come teach me how to play Minecraft, I would love to hang out with you guys. Also, if you're into Tiny Glade and you want to share your builds, I would love to see what you guys have built. And or if you have any questions and stuff, I would love to answer your questions on things. Hello, Minosuke. Hello. How are you doing? Soul, TikTok 80 over on TikTok, and our TikTok friends says that they love you and thank you so much for hosting the server for us on Minecraft. And they are so excited to dive into it. I need to bring this up just a little bit. Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. I'm missing. Yes, the chandelier. We're gonna be doing the chandelier. Rudy's like, I thought I smelled something cooking. Yeah, once I'm on a roll, guys, like... Once you give me like an idea, my brain just goes Sure, let's do this, 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 and this. And then we create it. I gotta make sure that this... Oh, this one is real wonky, isn't it? I need to make it taller. Hold on, let's bring it out over here. And now it's too tall. I might have made this table a little too small. It's a little wonky, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We're going to do the same theory. I'm just going to make sure it's not too small. Rudy, it's the flowers cooking. Honestly, no. We're good. I mean, it could go a little bit taller, but... Hold on. Could I go a little bit taller? Oh, I can. Let's do that. As long as this doesn't fight me, we are peachy, guys. Wait, hold on. Let me go a little bit taller. It's okay if that clips a little bit because I'm going to move this out of the way. Hello? No. There we go. This is actually allowing me to touch what it needs to. Oh no. Hold on. I did make it a little bit. Hold on. Can I grab... Let me move this out of the way. Is that the right one? No, it's this one. Hold on. No, it's the one next to it. Can I get this one, right? Yes, this one. Nice. Hold on, guys. I'll check chat here in just a second. I am trying to fix this real quick. Let me bring this one up. Bring this one up. Bring that one up. Alright, that would be a little bit better, I think. Now let's bring this over. That is a little bit better. They're saying don't jinx it. We're gonna bring this one this way. It is a cheeky little table. Thank you so much for the follow, the Prince David. Thank you. Guys, this is called Tiny Glade. It is a building simulator. I'm just scrolling up, guys. I'm making sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay. Sometimes chat be going a mile a minute. I'd be looking at the game and then all of a sudden there'll be like 50 chats and I'm like, oh, hold on. Recap. Thank you so much for the follow, Summer. Thank you so much for the follow, Marquita. Thank you. And also, guys, thank you for those of you that came in and gifted. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you for everyone that has come in and watched, everyone who came in and said hi. No matter what type of viewer you are, I see you, I appreciate you, and I am so happy that you're here. You'll get used to it. Yeah, so Zenith, when I get locked in on the game, my brain is full on the game, and sometimes I don't always see the chats that are coming in. So I always try to stop every couple of minutes, especially if I get carried away with talking or something, and scroll back up in the chat and make sure that I answer all the questions and say hi to everyone, thank everyone, things like that. I do try to catch them as they come in, naturally, but sometimes I do miss them. But I do promise you guys, I do go back and I reread everything. I don't want anyone thinking that I'm ignoring them. So just bear with me. Bear with me, guys. I'm not the best multitasker. You're not sure why, but you're obsessed with the sounds of the game. They are so good, aren't they? They are just, I don't know. They're like the ASMR in the game, like with the sound effects is so good. It's so good. There are some sound effects in some games. It's just like after a while, you just turn the sounds off because you're like, okay, I'm over it. I can even go without the music, guys, and just listen to the white noise of the birds and the trees and the wind. Tiny Glade finally got released. Yeah, Tiny Glade has been out, I believe, since what, 2024, the end of 2024. So it's coming up on, I think, 2 years now. They've had a couple updates. They had an update last year in October, and we're getting another one this fall, which is pretty exciting. We're supposed to be getting more clutter options and things like that. But yeah, it's a husband-wife duo. They developed the game, they're coding the game, and they're doing their best to give us what we want and need out of the game. They have like a Tiny Glade Reddit, they have a Tiny Glade Discord. So it's pretty exciting. You haven't gamed in so long? Yeah, I just got back into gaming. I just got back into it. I've only been gaming for like 6 months now. So I definitely feel you on that. And this is like PC gaming for me. I came from like when I was a kid, like I played console. So like this is PC gaming. And I'm still learning. I'm a little older now. I have a little bit more downtime, and so I was like, yeah, why not? Also, it helps me with my multitasking, and it helps me a lot with my executive dysfunction that I have, and it helps. It's just a great way for me to start my day. It helps with my ADHD. So this table is bigger than these tables. Wow. We have small, medium, and large going on right now. It makes me want to play and not do laundry. Yeah. I can feel that. I don't do laundry. Waffle does laundry. That's what he does. If there is a house chore that I don't like doing, it's laundry. I make Waffle do it. Waffle can do laundry. I don't mind cleaning everything else, but he's laundry duty. Yeah. Guys, my stomach is growling. I should have had a bigger breakfast. All I had was a banana and some vitamin water. I feel like I should have had like oatmeal or something. I should have had something a little bit better. This game is so calming. Yeah, it really is. That's why I love playing it in the morning. I love doing my cozy games in the morning. In the evening, if I have time, I go into more of like the other games, but morning time is cozy vibes. What type of spooky games am I gonna do? So I have a little list of some cozy spooky games for like the morning gameplay. Because typically like my morning streams where I hang out with you guys during this time, I typically keep it very low key. It's very calming, stress-free, cutesy, that type of style gaming. But for spooky season, I do have a week or two coming up in September/October where I can dive into some evening streams and or afternoon streams, and we can definitely get into more of like the more spooky vibes. So with that, I don't know. I love repo. I love repo. I'm a rep professional. So I'm always down for repo. Also, guys, if you ever want a community day on repo, let me know. I also add all the mods to it as well. But yeah, I haven't dabbled too much into horror. I kind of want to try Little Nightmares. I've never played it. I haven't seen the gameplay for it. All I saw was the trailer, but I kind of want to get into Little Nightmares. I think I might like that. Repo? Yeah. It stresses you out? Yeah. I feel like it would. I feel like it would stress me out too, but like hopefully in a good way. I don't like rage baity games, so I try to stay away from rage bait games, but Little Nightmares sounds good. I don't know. I'm always down for suggestions. Pin, Luma, did you know that you can use numbers for quick tool access? Like, hold on. Like number 4 activates the color. What? Huh? What are you what? Wait, that's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you. I learned something new today too. Yeah, I love repo, guys. I love it. I'll play that game. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good. I am. I don't mind playing it vanilla, where it's like if you guys are into it being more of like a challenge and you want to just do base game, I'm cool with that. I'm also cool with all the mods. I have so many mods for that game. Different maps, different types of items that you can extract, all the way to like different monsters, all of it. We have all of it. And it just depends. Like, I don't mind if things are a little OP. I don't mind. I don't mind if you have unlimited ammo. I don't mind if you have better shop. For me, it's all about just going in, having fun, and creating memories. But I also don't mind having a challenge either. I don't mind doing a challenge either. So... 1 through 8 you think is for the toolbar options? Oh, I didn't know that. The order that there are on the screen is the number order. Oh, okay. You know the funny thing is I bet you. Hold on. I bet you. Does it tell you in here key bindings? I bet you. Yes, it is. I don't read this, guys. Hello, Meg. Hello. This is called Tiny Glade. I never read these. I just go right in. Thank you so much for the roses and for the wink wink, Ryancy. Thank you. Yeah, guys, we'll be finishing up here in just a little bit. We have about 45 minutes left of the stream. We might go over a little bit over in time, but do we want to try starting? Yeah, I don't read. I don't read stuff. I just go right in. And if you can click the same number over and over, you cycle through options. Huh? Thank you so much for the follow, Bea. You're running to download. You love building games? Yeah, do it. You'll love this game. You'll love it. There's so much you can do. Like, okay, when you first download the game, it's going to feel really simplistic. It did for me, at least. There's not a lot of options, but you can get really creative with the options that we have. So you just got to play around with it a little bit. There is a slight little bit of a learning curve to it, but once you get the hang of everything, I promise you'll have fun. I think it took me like 2 streams to get the hang of Tiny Glade. I want to say it took about 2 streams of my first Glade to kind of get the hang of it, of the mechanics and stuff. And then after that, we were cooking, guys. It will cycle through the different path. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah, this is a fully released game, but we are getting a new update for it in September-ish. They said ish, so I'm hoping sometime in September we'll get the update. And they'll be adding a lot more options for us as well. So if you were thinking about getting the game, I think now is like the perfect time to get yourself familiarized with how it works and, you know, all the tools and stuff like that, because come September, thank you so much for the rose again. Because come September, we're going to get that massive update and we're going to get custom clutter. And with that, possibly some mods. I like that when you deconstruct something, it actually looks like a reverse of it being built. Yeah, so we have these beautiful forward and undo buttons. So if you use Z and X, or up here, there's a back and forward. So I can technically just like go like this. So this is amazing when you're building because it doesn't actually delete everything. It kind of saves everything. So if you do make a mistake. Alrighty, Rudy. Goodbye. I hope you have a wonderful stream. When you go to stream, I'll try to come in and check it out. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for helping. I appreciate it. We are gonna, I guess, start with our gazebo over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the railing on it. We're gonna do the railing. And I'm thinking we're going to change it to, let's do this flooring. Let's go the darker green. Let's go. We could start with a microphone for starters if you want to leave the piano another day. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the piano another day because I got to doodle a little bit. Unless you guys don't mind me doodling, we can doodle. Sometimes I like to off stream just doodle and figure out how I want to build something, and then I show you guys how I built it. Kind of like with our characters. I doodled that this morning. Are there tiny people in the tiny glade? No, unfortunately not. There's no tiny people. But we do get some animals. We have some... I'm gonna go that color. We have 3 sheep. We have some ducks. We have fish. We have birds and butterflies. So those are kind of like your NPCs, and then you yourself are an NPC. So when you go into camera mode down here, you actually have first person mode where you can actually be the walking character. So that's what we do. So you can enjoy your glades in whatever viewpoint that you want. And we are getting Steam Workshop here in the near future. So hopefully with that, you know what I want to do, guys? I want to add candles to my bridge too. That's another day though. You can also pet the sheep, you can. But with Steam Workshop, I'm hoping that when we get the custom clutter, that maybe we'll get mods in the future. And then they can like add people in. I've seen that with some other of the games and stuff. Yeah, but here's our one ship. And there's 3 total. Where are they at? Side questing. Where are they? Hello. That's 1. Oh, wait. Here's 2. Now, where's the little one? There they are. There we go. Thank you so much for the follow, Ren. This is called Tiny Glade Moon. It's called Tiny Glade. All right, so this is the stand of our little microphone. This is going to be kind of simple, but let me bring this back so I can see, like, let's push this a little bit further, like about right here. All right, that's nice. We're using the grid to help us with placement as well. Okay, so that's our little microphone. We're going to add a little piece on top, I think. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the railing. And we're going to get rid of the support. Condense this down. Woo! Condense this down real small. It's going to be like one of like those old style microphones. Hold on. A little box microphone. There goes the microphone. All right. So what I'm thinking for the grand piano, let me look up the shape of a grand piano real quick on my phone. Let me pull that up. I'm assuming it's going to be with the stair tool because I need to shape it. I need like okay. All right, so we're going to doodle for a little bit. We're going to spend the last half hour just doodling this. We're going to figure out if we can do... Hold on. Maybe not. Thank you so much for the heart, me, Bea. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to shape it first. And then we'll delete the support. I'm going to bring this down. So it's like, I need to make this... Hold on, make this small. That's what we're going to do. All right, guys, I'm locked in. We are designing. Okay, so it's like it has a tiny little tail. Let's go this way. We are going to design a grand piano. I'll change the color of the stone as well. Don't worry about that, guys. I'm just trying to get the shape down first. I'm gonna bring it down this way. I'm gonna bring it over like this. Alright, now we need to start cutting it this way. Start bringing it in like that. I need to do one more cut. Alright. Same thing over here, but this one's curved. There's only... Yeah, this way is curved. Cut it here. Hello. Cut it here. Like this. I'll bring this out like that. It's not gonna be perfect. We are dealing with Tiny Glade, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down. Okay. This over. Cut it right here. Whoopsies. Alright. Shape it a little bit better. even have to remove... I might not even have to remove the supports. That might work well, actually. Just change the color. Just change the color like that. We might need to raise it up, though. Oh, wait, no. We need to put legs on it. We do need to... Okay. We need legs on it. Alright, so this is kind of like the shape that I'm going for. What if... all these arrows... all the arrows, guys. It's crazy. What if we just... I'm trying to see if I can do this without having to do like multiple layers of... Okay, no, I can't. I can't. So we need to do... I want this curvier though, that's the thing. Can I connect those? I can. Nice. Let's bring this in. Let's bring this over. Let's condense this back down to skinny. Let's go thin. Let's go back to thin. There we go. I am locked in. I'm sorry, guys. I'm locked in. Hold on. I'm trying to get the shape. You know how it has like that little, like, almost like a steak shape? It has like a T-bone shape. I'm trying to get the shape down, guys. Hold on. And it's not always easy with Tiny Glade. Why did that change the color? What happened? Why is this different now? Hold up. What's going on? Go back. What the heck? Huh? What is going on? Why did it do that? Wait. I think so. I think so, Zenith. I think I hit a bug. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Wow. Okay. That was weird. That was so weird. I've never had that happen before. Is it more like this? Hold on, let me look at my photo again. Stretching the game too far. I am. I'm doing what it's not supposed to be doing. It is like rounded flat on the one side. Yeah, it is. It's like flat on the one side and then it rounds out to this. I'm doing it right. It's like this. Nice. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna push it more this way. I'm gonna move this here. Whoa. Hello. Hello. What am I on? What am I moving? What did I just move? I moved something. Wait. There we go. I'm gonna push that back. So we're gonna push this. Not that. We're gonna push this back. Push this back. And we're gonna push this back. Okay. Right now, what I'm gonna do. Okay. We need to delete. This is scary. It's gonna have sparkles here in a second. That's okay. That is okay. Alright, it's gonna have sparkles. I might put sparkles in the inside, to be honest, guys. Let's see if we can do like a lid to it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the same shape lid, but we're gonna try something. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the steps, like the feet, I guess, as you will, the feet. Try to at least. Hold on, I need to do change the color. Can I go any smaller than that? I feel like I feel like I want to go smaller than that. What if I use the wall tool? What if we did... Oh, wait. Hold on. What if we did... What if we did this? Bring this down. Hello. It's better. I think that works. We'll do 4 of those. Okay. Let me bring this over this way. I'm using the grid to try to line it up as best as I can. Okay. Bring this down now. Nice. The camera view is jaw dropping, yeah. Sometimes the camera not be cameraing as well. Let me get the little feet, guys. We're getting there. Bring this up. Good. There we go. Nice. You wish you had this level of focus at work? Yeah, that's why I play video games, because I have ADHD and I don't know how to multitask very well. So video games help me with the focus. It helps me hyper focus. To the right of the 4-way. You know the white arrow on the right will expand or shrink the width of the stairs on the top and the bottom? Yeah, I do know that. Yeah. Do the thick floating stair to make the shape rather than the outline. So yeah, I was gonna do that, but then I felt like it was gonna be too bulky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a stair to fill in this gap. But I'm thinking, because it's usually hollowed out, because it's like where the strings are, I'm thinking we're going to make it magical by adding some of the floating blocks inside. So that way it kind of fills up this space with floating blocks. And then that way at nighttime, it looks like a magical piano is what my idea is going for. We'll have to use the wall tool to do like all of the little keys and stuff. Can you do that again? You never get to straighten the stairs that smoothly for this, or like, what do you mean, Zenith? The wooden part. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I just start with a standard stair and then I just push it like this to the ladder. And I make sure it's like super straight with the ladder. And then I just condense it down to the post. I'm not deleting the support though. I'm keeping the support on it. But then I'm just coming over here and I am manipulating it a little bit. Hold on. I need to bring it up this way. I need to sink that support in. I'm trying to grab onto the arrow. Oh my gosh. Can I get the arrow, please? That arrow is right on that dot. Hold on. Right here. There we go. Now we're gonna bring this up. Nice. I gotta bring this down. I'm just messing with this. Low. I get that arrow again? Okay. That's why you deleted the support. It is a nightmare. Yeah, the stair tool can definitely be very finicky. It can be very, very finicky. Okay. I think this is as good as the shape is gonna get with the way that it's blocky. I might be able to go a little bit rounder if I use the wall tool, but we definitely wanted to feed on that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this space in. I'm gonna try to fill this space in with the stair tool. I'm gonna come over here so we can keep the blocks the same color. And I'm gonna condense it down real small. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically come in here. I'm gonna hold control so it doesn't snap. We're gonna start cutting this up a bunch of times is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start cutting it up. And bring it over. We're gonna try our best to shape it in this space. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to delete the supports. And then we're gonna bring it over. And we're gonna sink it down. And the goal is you don't want it touching the stair. Because if it touches the stair, you lose the sparkles. So I'm pretty happy with this. Let's come over here. Let's delete it. Let's delete the supports. Let me grab this one. Hello. I might have done this way too close. There it goes. That is not what I wanted. Go back. It was this one, wasn't it? There we go. Alright, so we're going to bring this over. We're going to try our best to sink it down. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this away. I forgot where it's touching. Hello. Where are you touching at? Right here, I think. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much, Morph. Welcome in. We are... Oh, wait, you know what it is? It's probably the feet. Hold on. Let me delete... Why did this go that way? I grab onto this bit. Hold on. Why is this... There we go. Let's bring this back down. Alright, I feel like it's touching on the feet. It's touching somewhere. Let me bring it back up. Wait. We almost had it. There we go. There we go. All right, now we just need to change the color. Really? Hello. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. Oh, it really doesn't want me doing this. Hold on. We literally just had it. I can't even go back on it. It won't let me go back on it. See, like, it glitches. For whatever reason. It's glitching. Alright, where are you touching now? Hold on. Like you're not. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Just gonna try to shape this a little bit better. Try to fill this space in. Go. We figured it out. We always do. I wanted to change the color. The magic piano I am. I wanted to see what other colors would look good. We have like a lot of... Ooh, we haven't done this one in a hot minute. We have a lot of green. We already have a lot of purple. So I'm thinking we can go white, we can go blue, or we can go the fiery piano. You want a fiery piano? You want to do fiery? Okay. Alright, we'll go that color. Alright, now. Ooh. Now it's... We gotta do like a... Alright, this is what I'm thinking. It's gonna be more of the stair tool. Let me grab this. What if we did... Instead of a normal like stone top, what if we did what's like a glass top using the ladder tool? So like what if we shape the top using the ladder? Or we can even use posts like this. We can do something like this as long as we're not touching. We'll have to add a bunch of them, but technically it'll be like... Okay, 80. Bring them over like this. And then we'll just have to shape it around the shape, if that makes sense. And we can bring it down as well. Hold on, let me go down this way. I don't want to make it too tall. We'll have to make a bunch of those guys. It's gonna be a bunch. Let's bring this up. This is also using the stair tool, which is very, very sensitive. Thought that was the beginning of the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road is actually over this way. This is the beginning of the yellow brick road. So this comes up this way. And then there's more yellow brick road. Each one goes to each section. And all roads lead to Oz. So it is part of the yellow brick road over here in the downtown part. They don't. Not for the building. No. They only have duplication for the props. So the props meaning like our little clutter items like this. You can duplicate that, but you can't do it with the building. You have to do everything individually, which is so tedious sometimes. The way that I play Tiny Glade, the way that I build things, it's time consuming and tedious. Not everyone enjoys building the way that I do, and that's okay because we all have our different styles. We all enjoy different things. I like to torture myself. I like I like getting creative with the game. But I'm hoping that that's something in the future that we get for sure. You're doing great. Thank you. So this is my idea, guys. What I'm thinking is like creating a bunch of like these posts and then having it like lifted up like that, and then of course at nighttime it's gonna glow on that wood. So that's kind of, I'm gonna probably make them just slightly shorter though. I don't feel like we need them this tall. I feel like we can go just a little bit shorter. The hardest part about this is gonna be shaping it. But yeah, I'm thinking something like this. Like a little bit taller. Alright, that's pretty good. And we just gotta do that a million times. You're like that too? Yeah. Like, I'm excited to get into Minecraft, but I'm also, like, scared because I feel like it's going to be like Tiny Glade, where it's going to be, all my streams are going to be Tiny Glade in Minecraft. Tiny Glade in Minecraft. Will no longer be variety stream. We'll just be Tiny Glade in Minecraft. It is addicting for sure. Do you play like normal gameplay, or are you more like you're just in it to build and like get creative with it, like the sandbox style, I guess would be what it would be called? Is there story progression in Minecraft? Like, is it a game where it's like you have quests and stuff, like you have like there's like an actual in-game, or is it just whatever? I don't know too much about it. Both. The tree was designing is for, oh, cute. I'm trying to make these all like similar height. It's so difficult to do. And the reason I'm using the stair tool and not the fencing tool is because I want that slight angle. I want it to have like a slight angle to it. I don't want it to be super straight like you would get with the fencing tool. There is progression that you can follow through, but you're not limited to it. Oh, okay, good. That's good to know. Nice. I think what we're gonna do is, wait, hold on. Maybe we do make it a little bit taller now that I'm thinking about it, because what I'm thinking is we're gonna have, maybe we'll have these ones be slightly shorter because we're coming over on the tail side. Whoops. Can I grab onto this one? Nice. So what I'm thinking is we'll have another one that connects to this top one to kind of look like it holds it up. Oh, what do you think of gathering the materials you need for building? That's a big part. Yeah, the survival part. Yeah, I play the game called Windrose, which is very much like that, where you have to basically do a lot of foraging and a lot of crafting. Creative is easier. Yeah. I think the server that we have up currently is just like normal gameplay. But it's for our full Discord. So anyone that's in there, if you have Minecraft and you want to play, you're more than welcome to join that server. And then we can all like forge together and stuff like that. But um Soul said that he can make it to whatever we want. Whatever is easiest for us, we can totally tweak it. Let's bring this over. I need to like rotate it more this way now. And then I almost need to like make it a little bit more on an angle. Yeah, that's kind of the idea that I have is like our server, like we'll definitely like make shops and stuff like that. I know on like the Windrose server, Waffle and I, on our base, we have like a bunch of materials and stuff like we forge, and we figured like anything that's like material wise, everyone can like use, and then obviously if you're doing story progression, like obviously don't take people's stuff. You know, like if it's not like wood or stone or something like that, please don't take it. But like if it's like building materials and things like that, sharing is caring. Obviously replenish, like try to like forge and replenish like what was used and stuff like that, just so that way we don't want anyone feeling like they're like the only ones that forge stuff, you know, or mine. Team effort. Yeah. I feel like I should try to like make the shape a little bit. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to do the shape, but we're gonna try. My goal is to get this top done so that way when we come back, all we have is like the keys to do, which is probably gonna be like even just as time consuming, but my goal is to finish at least the top of this piano. And then I'm gonna go make lunch, guys, and I got a little bit of work to do. Okay, so let's do this. I love how like this one is like 1, whereas the other one is 2. Hold on. I know why it's doing that, to be honest. That makes sense to me. Oh, wait. There we go. That's better. I wish I could make them more angled than this as well, but unfortunately, if I go too far out, it just turns it into a stair. I could go a little bit further. I can angle it a little bit more. Let's see. Do my best. Might be as angled as we're gonna get it. I am Meg. I am over there currently as well. I'm multi-streaming, and I am both. It's the same name, Lou Michelle, one word, and yeah, I know over there you get like a little bit better of a view, but yeah, you can find me over there. and I do pay attention to both chats, guys. I do try my best to take care of both sides. So if you end up coming over to the Purple app and you decide you want to hang out over there, don't worry. I see your chat too. Okay, so that might be as good as I'm going to get it. Thank you so much for the follow, Miss Outlaw. Thank you. Hello. Hello, Meg. We share the same name. I'm a Megan. My channel name is Luma. So a lot of my friends call me Luma. Or Maggie. You are too? Yeah, Megans Unite. Yeah. Yeah, over my Twitch bio, guys, I introduced myself. I'm Megan. Hello. Megan, Luma, Maggie. Maggie's another nickname that a lot of my friends and family call me. So I go by any of those three. Whatever you prefer. W's in the chat for Megan's. Yeah, exactly. You know, it was like so funny. When I was in high school, in my very first day in the cafeteria, I sat at a table with 4 other girls. Never met them before. And all of us were Megans. Every single one of us was a Megan. It was the most coincidental thing ever. And we were like best friends. It was crazy. I need to make it a little bit taller, you think? Or do you think that's a good height? That might be a good height. Let me see if I can do... It's going to look a little wonky because we're in Tiny Glade, but... He graduated with a total of 28 students, and there was one other Megan, same spelling too. So my spelling's different. Mine's without the H, so I just have the Megan. But I was the only... in my class, there was a bunch of us. Well, my original high school, because I moved in sophomore year to another high school. In my original high school, I was the only Megan. And then when I moved to the new city, there was a lot of us. I went from like a graduating class of like 150 to a graduating class of 1,000. So the city that I moved to, it was a culture shock for sure, because it was a ton of kids. It was a ton of kids coming from like the little countryside into the suburbs. It was like... Meg Gang, yeah. May I ask what mods you're using? I am not using any mods in this build. So no mods in this one. However, I did use mods in a couple of my other builds. But this is all just getting creative with the tools that we have. It is. It was like, it's not like that anymore. It was a lot of kids. It was a lot of kids. I think we graduated with like 1,089 students. Our graduation ceremony was like 3 hours long. It was the longest day of my life. It was the longest day of my life. It was awful. So there are a few mods for Tiny Glade. You can find them on Tiny Glade Reddit. However, and I'm going to use this as like a little like warning, if you go to use those mods, please back up your game, specifically your asset folders, because what those mods are, they are reskins of your props and your windows and your doors and your roofing. And so if you don't back up your game files and you put the mod in, it's going to permanently alter your game. So please make sure that you back those up, and when you're done playing with them, you're able to put the base game back in. Otherwise, you're going to have to uninstall and reinstall the whole entire game. So I'm hoping, I've only used them like once or twice. I'm hoping that with the Steam Workshop update that we're getting in September, will alleviate having to do that because it will be addition to the clutter that we have in game rather than a reskin of our clutter and assets of the game. So usually, like for my carnival, if you saw my carnival video on my page, there was cows and stuff in it. That was part of the reskins, and I can go look at that real quick. So what I mean is like it takes. Here it is. So the carousel, if you guys watch my carousel, these used to be cows. It's a reskin of the barrel. So it's not addition to. And if you don't back up your asset folder, if you don't back up your game, you'll be forever stuck with those cows or whatever that mod was. And not only does it alter this, but it alters your past glades too. And that's kind of scary if you think about it. So you just gotta be very, very careful. So usually when I use that mod, I only do it for a single day. And then I get rid of it and I put the base game back in. So it's usually for like single day builds. And then I go back to like my normal building. And that way it doesn't mess with my other glades. Thank you, Zenith. We just had your 10-year class reunion 2 weeks ago. Oh, most of your classmates went to school with me since kindergarten. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, my parents moved us in my high school years. And so I lost touch with a bunch of my friends from my hometown. And then because I came so late in high school, it was really hard fitting in and associating because everyone already knew each other from like kindergarten or from junior high. So it was definitely a struggle in my last 2 years of high school because I was just a new kid and didn't really know anyone. I'm really liking this. I'm going to do... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more. Like this. We're going to make it a post. We're going to raise it up. We're going to make it tall. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the support again. Because I want this to act like the thing that holds it up, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to connect completely, but hold on, don't get rid of my sparkles. All right, I see what we got to do here. Hold on. Let me bring this over. Let me bring it out this way. All right, we're going to need to raise all these up. That's what we're gonna need to do. Hold on. We're gonna need to raise all these up. We're gonna need it to come and like connect. Try to connect. My idea is like I don't really want it to be a... I don't want it to feel like it's a... This is gonna be difficult. If I did, what if we did the stone? Would the stone have been better? Maybe if I make it like, okay, I did all this work. See, this is what I mean. You get 80% done and then you're just like pivot. So whoever mentioned that comment earlier about have I ever gotten 80% done through a build and then decided at that point that it needed to change? This is that moment. This is that moment right here. Oh, no need. It's okay. I had a lot of acquaintances in high school. I just don't think I had like a best friend at that time. It was like I got along with people perfectly fine. I kind of kept to myself type stuff, and like I survived high school okay. It's just difficult when you're in like a new environment, and especially like going from like a small town country school into a suburban larger school. It was just different. All right. I think this is what we're going to end up doing. I'm going to change the color, but we're also going to... Can I widen this even more? Hold on. All right, no. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more sections of that. I think that with the ability of the stairs to lean over, it'll look more real. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this idea. Yes. Sometimes this is how I doodle, guys. So this is just me messing with the game, the mechanics, trying to figure out what works. Is it time consuming? Absolutely. But it's worth it. I'm going to hold control. So when you hold control, when you're dealing with the stairs, guys, it will allow you better, better manipulation of whatever it is that you are doing. That way your stairs aren't connecting to another stair and it's not connecting to the, yeah, this is looking so much better. I should have done this. Hello, Robin. Hello. Good day to you, girly. How's your day going? Did you just wake up? Have you been awake? Have you ate yet? How you doing? Too bad you can't make it flat and not stacky. Like, I know. I wish that we had like a way to do curved walls. We do with the wall tool, but unfortunately with the wall tool, it only snaps to the terrain. So you will see the wall go all the way down through the floor and everything, and you won't be able to see the feet of the piano anymore. That's the only way I think that you can do a curved wall. But unfortunately, what they need to do is allow us to do the wall tool the same way as we do the stair tool, by allowing us to lift it up or snap it to the stairs. Oh no. I'm sorry. Is it a... You don't have to go into the details, but is it like a good what happened or a bad what happened? A shocking what happened? What's your vibe today? It's a bad what happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. If you need someone to talk to, I'm always a good listener. Well, I hope things get better for you. I hope things start looking up. You've been going through a lot lately. Yeah, life be life, and sometimes, you know? Like stairs, not a fence. Yeah, so the fencing tool and the wall tool typically snap to the terrain. So I could do a curved wall with either of those, but unfortunately, you're gonna see the support down below, like down through here, all the way down to the ground. There's no way for me to delete it or lift it up. And so we're kind of limited to the stair tool. And it's gonna look a little blocky, but I'm okay with that. It's the idea. Life be lifing too much, yeah. I can definitely empathize on that with you. Okay, so we're gonna bring this one over this way. Make it kind of small. Bring it up like this. Actually, we're gonna do it like, we're gonna make it shorter because this needs to be like the shape almost. Oh, well, maybe not that short. Oops. Camera be camming. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's make this one like this. Let's do this one. Let's curve this one this way. We'll make it just a little bit shorter, like this. That way it feels like it's matching the curvature of the... Let me bring it back just a little bit. The curvature of the piano a little bit. And then we're going to do this one. We're going to bring this one over slightly like that. We're going to bring it down like this. I'm going to bring this one down. And then I'm going to see if I can bring this down as well. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Robin. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to create our bench. Well, we got to create the ledge of like where the keys are going to go. So we're going to do it like this. This we're going to use the wall tool for to create the keys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to change this to this color. I'm going to bring it over. Whoops. We're going to hold down control just so that way. This is what we're going to do. I'm pretty happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to delete the support. And bring it down. Okay. Once you get the keys, it's really going to look like... Yeah. Once we get the keys, it's going to look like a piano. We might have to... Hold on. I might bring the feet back. Just because what I'm thinking is if I'm going to use the wall tool for the keys, which is going to be how we're going to have to use the wall tool. Unfortunately, we don't want to see those wall tool supports, right? So what we're going to do is we are just going to... I need to bring this back a little bit. Let's go like right there. It's going to look a little wonky. I know. It's going to look a little wonky, but what we're going to do is... How else do you think I could do keys if it's not for the wall tool? How else? Because the wall tool, the reason why is because we can make these super thin, right? And then you can bring them down. I have pathway tool down, so I need to remove the pathway. Go ahead and do that. Well, you see how it snaps to the terrain, so it's not going to be perfect. The stairs can get thin enough. You can lift it maybe. So the stairs only get so thin. So like if we're talking about this block. Oh, wait, you know what? You're right. The floating stairs. I got you. You are right. Hold on. I see what you're saying. You can make it thin enough. Thank you. Because otherwise, I was about to make this look... Let's go back to how it was previous. I got you. I know exactly what you mean. Here we go. We'll add like a little thingy. Oh, what is that called? The little like music reader stand. Alright, stair tool. All the stair tool. Okay. This is what they mean. They mean bring it up here. We're going to do a bunch of floating shelves is what we're going to do. Because once you delete the support, I'm going to change the color real quick. Once you delete the support, you'll be able to condense it down even more. Just like this. And then you can add these in. It's so hard to see when you have like, hold on. I need to bring it up just a little bit, I think. What if hold on. I want it floating, but what if, hold on. Hello. I might need to do another one underneath it, like just a slight little layer. Because do we care if that's coming out like that? Hold on. If I raise it up, or you know what? It's okay if it's sitting like that, right? Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. The thingy where you put the music sheet. Yeah, I don't know what that's called. Like a music stand thingy. And the funny thing is I was in band, guys. I used to play the flute. It's like you would think I would know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. No idea. It's like I'm so locked in now. I wanna get the piano. I need to see the piano done now. You know? I was gonna come back to it, but I'm like, we're this far, guys. We're already this far. Gotta finish it now. I like how this key is like so much smaller than the other one. I'm gonna try to make them the same size, but hold up. Sensitivity going crazy. That's pretty even. How close together do we want these? Is that good? A little bit of space so you can tell the difference of like where they are. I wish there was a way that we could cut it like we do with the fencing tool, you know, like we can cut the stair tool like that and have like a bunch of little pieces, or the copy paste would be amazing. A music desk or music rack? Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll make one of those. We'll make one of those thingies. Honestly, this piano is amazing for Tiny Glade because the soundtrack is piano. The soundtrack in the game is piano, so this just fits it. Wait, is that? Hold that. Is that as small as this one's gonna go? Why are these always so different? Have you noticed that with the stair tool? Is like you never get the same. Okay. And it's split in two. What is this? What is that? Hold on. Huh. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have a big old key. What if I mess with this a little bit? Maybe this is the issue. Oh, wait. This might be the issue. Let's do it this way. There we go. So it needs to be angled a little bit. That's what we're looking for. There we go. That's better. Those are some wonky keys. What did we do for 2 hours? We built a piano. We built a piano, guys. That's what we did for 2 hours. It's worth it. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Hello, hello. We are playing Tiny Glade. And we are... Is it still filtering you? It's crazy. Yeah, we're a little over on time today, guys. We got side quested into doing this this piano. Ooh. But I'm gonna do probably this is gonna be my last key for this, and then we're gonna do the bench, and then I'll finish the keys off stream when I have a little bit more time over the weekend. Because otherwise, we're just gonna be staring at this for 3 hours straight. And that's no fun. Especially when we have so much more of the glade to do. Okay, so... But it's just to give you guys an idea of what we're gonna do. You're okay with that? No, my brain's not okay with that. I need to, like, see more than just piano keys. But we're gonna go and we're gonna do the bench now. I'm gonna use a wooden bench. I think we're gonna add a little bit of pathway underneath. Let's go a little bit. I'm gonna go this way. So the only thing I'm going to do off stream, guys, is just the piano keys. I'm going to add our little thingy right here as well. So what I'm going to do is while I'm at it, I'm just going to add some pathway right here. And then we're going to bring over our fencing. I should be able to have, let me come up this way. Okay, let me bring this up like this. I'm gonna change it to, hold up, hello, this color, and then we're gonna bring it over. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Wait, hold on. Is it Abe? Is that who that is? If it's not, I'm sorry, I apologize. Shadow. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing the live. I appreciate it. What if I made all the keys first, then started moving them into the piano? That is a good idea. Okay, I was right. Thank you. That is a good idea. I'll probably do that off stream. Because what I'll have to do is I'll have to make like a million little like floating stairs. And that's very time consuming. What did I just hit? I hit something. Did you guys hear that little... That little... There we go. We didn't want that. Did I not put pathway over here? I could have sworn. Hold on. Did I not? There we go. Thank you so much for sharing the live, guys. Thank you, Thomas. Okay. Okay, I see you're lurking now. Okay, thank you. Breakfast? What time is it over there for you? Actually, no, we're gonna go the full length of the piano. It's 11:23 a.m. You're like on the other side of the world. Oh wait, no. You're an hour behind. 11:23 a.m. So you're central. Oh, okay. Never mind. I figured it out, guys. He's central time. Oops. I don't. I am still learning Twitch. I'm still learning. This weekend, Waffle and I are going to be putting in some channel point redemptions in and figuring out the commands on the back end. I am not tech savvy at all. I'm awful with it. I'm awful. So it's like I need to take some time out of my schedule and figure this stuff out. How's it coming along? This is what we have so far. We had to use the stair tool because at first we were using like the fencing, not the fencing, but like the posts like here. But unfortunately it just wasn't giving. And I couldn't use the wall tool because the wall tool unfortunately snaps to the terrain and I couldn't get the curvature. So we're ending up with this. Am I going to add the foot pedals? Oh, we could do the foot pedals. What I can do is I can use the stair tool to make like this tiny little like block, like this little wooden block, and we can have it just kind of like sticking out so it looks like a foot pedal. We can definitely do that. But right now I'm going to bring over, I think I have some fencing. Hold on. I'm always scared to like do fencing on like any of the stuff that I'm building. Where's my little patch? Where's my little patch at? It's right here. This is what I want to bring up. I want to bring this up because this is going to be like that little 3-foot pedals isn't there. Okay. I will put 3-foot pedals in. We'll have to create them. I need to put more pathway down. Hold on. Nice. We gotta create this little thingy. This is like where you put your music sheet at, you know? Like that little thing. Oh no, I need to bring it out. Hold on. Let's bring it out and then bring it down. Whoa. I'm thinking I might change the color of the music stand. Hold on. So it doesn't entirely blend in. Go like this color maybe. this out just a little bit more. And then we'll need to move all these out as well. I grab onto this one. Well, I'll definitely have to like add all of these little keys in as well. And then I have to use like the little dark keys on top, like every couple as well, and lay those in. My passion for the details is what makes my work so amazing. Thank you. You guys help as well. Someone over here, Meg over here wants to see foot pedals. So we're about to do some foot pedals now. I gotta put them underneath here. I think for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go real simple with it. I'm gonna hold on. That's not what I wanted. Let's delete that. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna use this post. I'm gonna change the color of the wood. Hold on. So we can see it a little bit better. I think I'm gonna go with this color. Make it look kind of brassy, I guess. As the color I'm going, like a gold or something. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this like super straight. This is where it gets a little touchy because the sensitivity is not always the best. Okay. So make like a little block. And then we're just going to add this right underneath. I'm going to try to hold up. Hello, circles, be circling. I'm going to do one. Okay, I'm gonna do like one right there. You said there was three of these? Oh no, we lost it. Hold on, no we didn't. The moment I touch this, watch, it goes crooked. The moment I move it, it just goes crooked. I cannot stand so frustrating. This is where Tiny Glade is no longer stress-free gaming. But it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. Typically, you thought pianos had 3 foot pedals, but whatever works for Tiny Glade people. Yeah, no, you're fine. I don't know my anatomy on pianos, so I am very grateful if you know it and you tell me. So... Not a problem. I'll do 3. Yeah, it moves when you let go. Yeah, it does. Thank you so much for the follow, back in. Thank you. It really does. It's like it takes such a long time to get it like centered and everything, and then all of a sudden you shift it just slightly. The tiniest, like just the tiniest little movement, and it's just like, nope. It's like, not today. Okay, I'm gonna move, hold on. I'm gonna move, hello. I'm gonna move these over here. Just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now we're underneath here. We got this, guys. Maybe. Hold on. Now I can't grab onto it. Hold on. All right. We gotta do one of these. Woo! Hopefully no one got motion sickness from that. Because I just need to like, sometimes you just gotta really go in here, you know? Some, you know, Tiny Glade sometimes be... Oh my gosh. You see how it lets me highlight it like this, but then it won't let me... Okay. It won't let me move it. I'll do it like this. There we go. We're gonna bring it out like this. Where's my Where's my block? There it goes. Alright, we gotta try to reposition this. Hold on. Okay. Please don't shift. Thank you. Sometimes if you talk nice, it will do what you want. Just like that. Look how beautiful that is. Sometimes. Thank you so much for the follow, Isabella. For this kind of custom props, one has to plan in advance for things to go smooth. Exactly. That's why sometimes I do my prop making off stream, kind of like I do with my characters, and then I recreate it with you guys for the actual glade. So that way it's not all this back and forth brainstorming stuff. But you know what? I'm okay. If you guys are okay with me brainstorming it this way, we can do it this way too. You'll hear a lot more of me like throwing hands with Tiny Glade though, for sure. I'd be frustrated with it sometimes. Stress-free gaming. Cozy gaming. Psh. Not when you're working with the stair tool. Okay. Done. Nice. You like to trap the sheep on an island you've never got cold or hungry. Sometimes they will like stay where you put them, and then other times like they will just go into the umbrella mode and they will fly around until they find some sort of land, unless that is the only land that you have. Hold on, can I grab onto I need to bring this one out now because I need to be able to grab onto it because I want to fix it. I need to fix it. I want to bring it this way first. Bring it up. Hello. Yeah, they can be smart. All right. Cool. Let's bring Why gotta be like that? Thought we were friends. Hello. Okay. It's having its moment today. Okay. Oh. Oh, but I need to move it forward and closer. Oh my God. Really? You see that? Sometimes it shifts a little bit, and then other times it's like, I'm gonna do a full... What is that? Almost a full 180. Hello. Worth it. Alright, so... Oh my gosh. The thing is, I'm like afraid to like... I need to put it like right here. Nah, wait. Boom. Alright. The perfectionist in me wants to fix it. Okay. I need to bring it out. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. I have to fix it. Okay. I'm gonna bring this up. They have to be even and bring it down. Okay. Okay, good. I'm happy with that. It's not centered, but that's okay. That's as good as we're gonna get it. So we're gonna bring our little bench over now. Okay. All right. So to finish this off, we also talked about, let me move this microphone stand a little bit this way. This is a microphone stand, guys. It's for a singer. W foot pedals. Thank you. We finally figured it out. You know what else I wanted to do? I think I want to add a little bit more fencing. I want to do like a white fence post right here in the middle so it looks like sheet music. I feel like that would look nice. So let me come back over here. I'm going to try to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to condense this down to like this, and then we're going to change the color to the lighter wood, and then I'm going to bring this up, and then we're going to bring this over. We're going to finish this gazebo, guys. We're going to do it. I won't end stream until it's done. Okay. So then we're going to do this. Yeah, Fridays I typically can go a little bit longer. Okay. Sheet music. You think that's good, or do we want another one? Do we want 2 wide? Or do you think this is wide enough? Because I can go like this and then add another one side by side. Make it look kind of like a booklet, maybe? Or we can do it like this, where it's like... Hold on, I'm trying to clip it in. Something like that right there in the middle. Is that good? Maybe that's good. It just ever so lightly goes above the stand. Because, you know, sometimes those books be tall. Nice. All right. We talked about a chandelier. So we're going to do a chandelier. We want flowers as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the flowers first. We're going to do... Let's have our walkway go... Maybe a walkway here. Hold on. Interesting. Maybe we'll have it go down like this. And then we'll do the same thing over here. I'm gonna keep that yellow, I think. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Kind of going this way. I'm trying to make them even. As even as I can do it. Not quite. This is called Tiny Glade. Thank you, Meg. Thank you. I'm liking it too. Okay, I think I'm gonna just do these two. I might change the flooring actually. Not the flooring, but the color of the stone. There we go. All right. I want to add candles. I want to add candles and I want to add flowers. Lots and lots of flowers, lots and lots of candles. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab these little guys. I love the purple flowers. I'm going to start with these. I'm going to bring them in to start laying them into this little area right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pattern, I think. So let me go ahead and grab the, where are they at? The boxed flowers as well. I have one right here. Can I grab onto these ones? Hold on. Where else do I have them at? I put a bunch of them somewhere. Oh, they're over here. There we go. I'm going to grab these ones too. I feel like I never use enough of these, as well as the, whatchamacallit. What do I want to call them? The sunflowers. There we go. I don't use enough of the sunflowers either. So what I'm going to do is, because we have sunflowers up here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab our sunflowers. Because we're going to do some layering of flowers is what we're going to do. We're going to add our flowers in. And we're going to do kind of a pattern all the way around. We'll add a little bit of the red ones in as well, sporadically. Let's go ahead and grab these. And then we're going to put in some candles as well. Making sure that these aren't clipping overly dramatically on the other side as well. But yeah, for those of you that are just coming in, this is called Tiny Glade. It is a building simulator game. And right now we are working on our district over here in the Land of Oz. We built a Land of Oz. And we are doing a gazebo for a musical grand piano, a magical grand piano, and a singer. We're right now doing the flower portion bit around the gazebo. Then we're going to be doing a chandelier. We're going to add some candles. And then I'm thinking I might even add like a rug down. Do like some sort of like rug. You'd move in right away. Thank you. Me too. I want houses that look like this. But yeah, my name is Michelle. I'm a variety streamer. I go live Monday through Friday. Usually it's only for 3 to 4 hours. I start my lives around 8 a.m. EST, my time. And then I usually go till about 11 or noon. But Fridays are typically easier for me to go a little bit over on time. So that is what we're doing today. We're diving in a little bit. We're going to finish this gazebo. We also have a Discord. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord, it is available over on my TikTok page, as well as the purple app. You can find it in my bio, my about me. And we are a slowly growing community, which I think is kind of cool. We're going to have some community days. We're going to be dabbling into Minecraft because I've never played Minecraft. And so one of my good friends created a server for us over there on the Discord. And if you guys also play Minecraft, we can all play together and you guys can teach me how to play. Okay, hold on. I'll bring this one over. You got busy, but you're back. How did the piano turn out? So this is what we came up with so far. I just have to do more of the keys. So I'm going to probably do the keys offline. I just gave like a reference of how I was going to do them with the stair tool. Zenith gave me the idea of using the stair tool rather than the wall tool. Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to do the rest of the keys offline, but that just kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at. We got the foot pedals underneath that Meg suggested. And then, yeah, it's all using the stair tool. We made it magical. Right now, we are doing the flowers around the gazebo, and then we're going to be adding candles, and then we're going to be doing a chandelier as well. The piano is on fire. Literally. It is on fire. It is a magical piano. I just realized that this microphone is probably just a tad bit too tall. Let's just bring that down just a little bit. Let's bring this down just a little bit. Like that. There we go. That's a little bit more to scale. All right, now I'm going to add our sunflowers in. Just sporadically in between. Go in between each one of these, I think. And then we'll add some of the red flowers as well. I'll do one like right here, I think. Oh, that's so cute. All right, now I'm gonna do is sorry, that was dramatic, I know. Now I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna add these sporadic. I don't want too many of them, but I'm thinking like maybe like here, like in the openings. I do like another one like right here. And then I might do one like maybe we'll go like right here. Hold on, we'll go like one right here. Oh, wrong one. There it is. We'll do one more like, I don't know, like right here. There we go. Just spaced out. Valerian is one thing that you wish that you could do in vanilla Minecraft. Okay, so is there like a mod that you can like do it with in the future? Candles, guys. Now we need candles. All right, so we're gonna grab. I'm gonna sink the candles in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab our lovely little. This is how I'm gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is, hold on, is I'm gonna bring this up first. We're gonna make this real small. I'm gonna make this super simple on myself. I'm just gonna trace around our gazebo using the stair tool. And then I'm gonna place my barrels where I want them, and then I'm gonna sink it down to the ground. That's how I'm gonna do it, guys. Well, hold on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and connect these two pieces together. We're gonna shape it. Hold on, let me grab the shape. We're gonna shape it first. It looks great and will look even better with more fire hazards. Yeah. All the fire hazards. All right. Once I get my shape happy, I'm happy with the shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place my barrels where I want them. So we're going to do a barrel here. basically like in between all of these flowers, like the sunflowers, I guess is how you want to do it. I'm gonna actually rotate these this way, to be honest. We're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna have the candles be closest to the railing. Do I know if this is gonna work? No, we're still doodling. We are still doodling, but the theory is once I delete the support, make it a floating shelf, I should be able to sink it deep in the ground. And you're going to see a little bit of barrel, but you're not going to be able to see a lot of it. This is called Tiny Glade Sally. Welcome in. This is a building simulator game. And we are building a gazebo right now. We're decorating it currently. We're getting creative with our limited tools that we have in game. I'm going to rotate these ones. I also feel like I want to add another one like right here on the edge. I feel like it needs it. And then we're going to add another one over here as well. I'm going to just stick that in right there. I'm going to move this one over. And then same thing, I need to add one right here. All right. Please work. We're going to go around and we're going to delete the supports one by one. All right, nice. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to sink this down. That's as far as it's going to let me sink it. No, it didn't work, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. What we'll do is we'll just do this. Let's bring our thingy back. We're okay. We're okay. It still looks good, guys. I'm not upset with it. I just want my railing back. It did save me time though with the barrels. I will admit that. It did indeed save us time. All right, now that we got the railing back, that still looks really good. And then at nighttime, let's see what this looks like. Let's unhighlight all this. Let's go over here. Yes. I know it didn't sink more. I think it's something to do with the terrain, Zenith. I think it's because I have the terrain all leveled and like raised and stuff. It's snapping to the terrain down below. And I think there's a hill right there. I think that's what the issue is. But we're too far into building over here that I don't think I can mess with the terrain without messing everything else up. That's kind of like what I think is what's going on. Nice. Okay, so we're about to make it even more magical, guys, because guess what time it is now? It's chandelier time. We are going to be building a chandelier. This is kind of like our little gazebo topper, but we're gonna have a chandelier coming down as well. So yeah, the piano would definitely be ruined. It would definitely be ruined. So what I'm gonna do is actually, this is actually good. Hold on. I'm gonna use this as a reference. Let me bring this over. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower this down. I'm going to add another one on top real quick. And I'm going to move this one out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down below. Like this. Okay, nice. And then we're going to, yeah. We're going to add another one on top. This is going to create a floating to... See how it floats now? It takes away the supports. We're going to bring this down. Because what I want to do is I want to make sure that only enough lighting goes around this. This is where this is going to get difficult. Hold on. Let me bring this up just a little bit. See if it works now. Okay. Hold on. Let me bring this up. I think the issue is this. To bring this up. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, let me fix this. I done messed it up. Hold on, let me fix this. I need to do it like this. Bring this up. Bring this down. How does it do that? Why does it like go all the way down like that? That makes no sense to me. Hold on. Let me go back. Bring this one all the way down. Sometimes you just gotta play with it a little bit. What am I trying to achieve? To get my lamp on here. It doesn't wanna go on my foundation. I've done this like a million times, but unfortunately, if there's too much stuff in the way, it doesn't want to attach. And I'm going to fight with it until it attaches. I'm trying to do my chandelier, guys. I've done it a ton of times. And for whatever reason, it's fighting me. Move that out of the way. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let me try it differently. Let me try it this way first. Let me just bring this over. We're going to change these lamps to not be purple, by the way. We're going to make it different. But this is essentially what I wanted. I wanted to go around like this. I want to bring it up. I'm going to bring this up actually a little bit. Can I grab onto this? Bring it up like that. I'm going to change the color to yellow. Because it's yellow over here. One second. Then we're going to change the dimming on it as well, because I don't want it to be super bright. Okay, let's go. Let's make medium brightness. We just want like a nice little glow, but nothing dramatic. Something like that. Just a nice soft glow. All right, I'm going to try to do my floating thing again. All right, there we go. Nice. This is what we wanted. I'm going to bring this down. About right here. We're going to do it again. Gonna bring this one out just a little bit like this. You see how like when you raise it up it creates like this little bit of like a tiered moment. That's what I'm looking for. So now I'm gonna bring this down. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add lights all the way around. And this is how you do a ceiling light or chandelier. You can do the same thing with the square foundation. The only difference with the square foundation is that it doesn't allow you Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub, Colorado. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I feel like I can add another light here though. But it's too late. But this is how you do your floating chandelier. There's TikTok telling me I'm being inactive again. Hold on, guys. 1 second. So there's that. We're going to bring this over now. I'm going to raise this up. So now we have the chandelier, just like this, on the inside. I'm going to bring this down. Okay. I'm going to bring it over so that way we have this back where it was. Just like this. We're going to raise our roofing. Like this. Okay. Thank you again so much, Colorado, for that. I really appreciate it. I am so honored and grateful that you're choosing my channel for your Prime. Thank you. We're gonna go back to daylight so I can see what I'm doing. So I can see the colors. Why does TikTok do that? The video is clearly moving. It happens to me a lot. I don't know. You know, the weird thing is sometimes it doesn't happen to me. It's weird. It's like, it's not always, not every stream is like that. It's weird. Sometimes I'll get it in like the first 45 minutes and other times I'll get it like 5 hours in. It's so random sometimes. All right. What do we think about a rug in here? Do we want to keep this like, do we want to add a rug, guys? And also, do we need lighting? We do need lighting. We need lighting everywhere, guys. We need lighting. We need all the lights. Like just all the lights. I'm also going to add some windows too. I think we're going to do like some window moment. And I think, hold on, before I go too crazy, I kind of want to add flowers to the top of this as well. But yeah, if you guys also play Tiny Glade, I would love to see your guys' builds. I would love to see what you guys are working on. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord and sharing all of that fun stuff. Or if there's anything that you guys are stuck on or you need help with, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help you guys. All right. I kind of want to add flowers to the top. I feel like this glade needs all the flowers. And I also am making sure that I don't go any taller than this balcony because this balcony is also going to be a viewpoint to the glade. So I need to be mindful of the height. Definitely need to be mindful of the height. So I'm actually going to bring this down just a little bit more. And then I'm going to see if I can add, I don't know if it's going to let me. Oh, it will. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. Let's go all the way around. See how many of these we can fit. One more? Of course we can fit one more. Nice. Can I do another layer? We can do another layer. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do every... Yes. Absolutely. We're doing it. Last one. I love that. Now I need to add flowers around it. I feel like the top is missing color. I want to bring color into it. So what I'm going to do is the same thing as I did down here. We're going to add another one of our floating shelves. We're going to use our lovely little stair tool. And while I'm at it with our stair tool, I'm going to change the color to match this. Yeah, we're going to change the color to match this. And I think I'm going to change, hold on, while I'm at it, I'm thinking we're going to change this to, let's just make it that color. Are we vibing with the green, guys? Do we like the green? Maybe match it like that. I'm going to change this color as well. It is the Land of Oz. All right, this is as green as I'm going to get it for this, but that's okay. We're going to put a little bit of stone in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold control so that way our stair tool doesn't attach to anything. We're going to start cutting it and going around, shaping it like we did last time. This is going to create like a little shelf. We could also keep it and keep the archways if we want, if we like that look. But basically we're making ourselves like a little ledge so that way we can attach flowers to it. We're going to do the boxed flowers all the way around. We're not going to go crazy like we did on the underside. We just want to add just a little bit of. I'm going to connect these. Hold on. There we go. Hello. Hello. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't want to connect. Okay, so I'm now going to go and shape it. I'm going to hold control again because we need to come around this way. I think I want it to like have it be the flowers like right above the lighting is what I'm thinking. Just under the lip of the roofing. I think that will look really nice. Oops. Right. I'm gonna have to definitely fix that because I just made that uneven. Let's bring that down. Okay, and push this in a little bit. Bring this one up. All right, nice. So, like we did last time, we're going to bring this out now. Notice I need to bring this down just a little bit more. That looks pretty darn even. All right. I am going to delete the supports. Actually, first, I'm going to grab our flowers. These ones. We're going to use these. I'm going to go all the way around. Then we'll delete the support. Some of this is going to get sunken into the building, and that's okay. We don't want like the full flower box out anyways. At least I don't want to see the full flower box. I just want to bring in a little bit of color. That's all. Okay. We're about halfway there, guys. We're halfway there. Once we're done with these flower boxes, what I'll do is I'll get rid of all of our little stuff that we were using to like prop, you know, like erase the things that we don't need. And then we'll go into our cinematic ending and I'll leave it there for today. And then we'll be back in Monday for sure. So starting Monday, we'll be able to do the other half of this district. I'm going to do my best to finish that all out on Monday. And then that way, Wednesday, when we come back to Tiny Glade next week, we are starting Galinda's Castle. I definitely want to try to get as much done over here. Worst case is if I don't get district done on Monday, I will just find time in the evening when I have a little bit of downtime before I go to bed. And I will just finish out the structural builds. There won't be any interiors, so you guys aren't going to miss anything on like prop making or stuff like that. It will just be some structural buildings to finish out the glade, and then we can move on to Galinda's Castle, which will be another fun build, I think. I found a reference photo. I'm going to post it in the Discord after the live today of what I'm thinking for her castle. And then we'll figure it out from there. And then we have Munchkin Land still to do as well. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to delete the supports. Nice. All right, let's bring this over. This is what I'm thinking. I bring it down. I kind of just want it to like be part of. I'm gonna sink it down just below the roof line. But also make sure it's not obstructing the lights. Sink this in just a little bit. I think I need to cut it. Cut it a little bit more right here. And then I gotta delete the support. Hold on. Let me grab onto this. Let's bring this in. I feel like I need to cut it one more time, like right here. Bring this out. I like that. I think this came out really pretty. All right, I'm going to change the color of the trim in here. Hold on, if I can... this color. Hello, Zenith. What happened to the TikTok stream? I don't know. Did it go? Oh, they discontinued me. TikTok took me offline. It says it was due to inactivity. I just saw the notification. I didn't even notice. Cause like I got the little alarm and then it told me that like I did a little captcha and everything. I didn't even notice. Oh no, I'm so sorry, TikTok family. But we're coming off to like the last 5 minutes of the stream, so I don't know if I should go live over there just for the last 5 minutes. Oh no, I was wondering what happened. I didn't see the chat move for like a good hot minute. I didn't even think to look over on my other screen. Yeah, they kicked me for inactivity. But yeah, we'll be back on Monday and we'll show everybody what we did in the last little bit. Yeah, stuff happens. You gotta love technology. All right. Well, basically, we were working on the roofing. I don't know when that happened. Honestly, I don't know when it happened. So we worked on the little bit of the roofing. We added all these windows. And then we used the stair tool. we traced around it like we did on the bottom, and then we added flower the flower planterns, and then right now I'm just shaping it so that way it's just below the lip of the roofing, but then it's also not taking, yeah, so it's not also taking away from the lights themselves. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just shaping this underneath so that way it looks like this. And then I wanted to change the color of this, but I feel like it's not going to happen. And we're not going to be able to change that. I was too late to the game on that. But I believe this finishes the gazebo. So this little bit with the windows and the ring of flowers finishes it. So this is what we're looking like at nighttime now. So this is what it's looking like. I'm going to change the brightness, I think, on these ones to full to match the rest of the outside bit. But the inside's still going to be dimmed. I don't want it to be like super bright in there. Yeah, I have my TikTok studio on a different monitor, and it's like in the background. It's like behind all my OBS and stuff. So I didn't even notice right away that it went off. Because I have the chat pulled up over here on the purple app so you guys can see like what's happening in the chat and stuff. But I don't even see... Oh, it does say offline up there. Tiny little fine print. And now I know I have to look for that. There we go. Did I do this one? I did. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll be over there. I'll say hi to Rudy. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for letting me know. All right, guys. This is what this is looking like so far. So we did a little bit of progress today. We definitely need to change these back to yellow. So we definitely got a little bit done today. Like I said, on a Monday, we will be finishing out the rest of this district. We got the main parts of it done, the hard parts. We got the gazebo done. We got the walkable clock tower done. So the rest of this area over here is just going to be structure. But let me go ahead, change these lights, and then we will go ahead and do our cinematic ending. I'm going to add a light over here as well. And I'm going to move this down because we're going to add another light right there. Nice. Just making sure I didn't miss any. Okay. So this is what we're looking like so far. And what I'll do is I will put this back over on the other screen so that way we can have a proper cinematic ending. And then let me go ahead and remove some of this pathway. And is there anything else out and about that I need to get rid of? I don't think so. Okay. All right, guys. You ready? Let's go ahead and enjoy our glade that we've done so far. Let me go ahead and put it in the right camera mode real quick. Let's come over this way. For those of you that are new and coming in, this is our cinematic ending that we do at every end of the stream. It's where we just go in walk mode and we enjoy all of the things that we've built so far. We take a close look up at everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure everything is super crispy for you guys. And here we go. And there we have it, guys. Our land of Oz. This is such a fun theme. I'm really, really enjoying it. And I hope you guys are too. I'm really excited for how our district is turning out. I cannot wait to see it finished fully. Like I said, on Monday, we're going to be basically the rest of this roadway. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick what my ideas are. This roadway right here that goes all the way around this pond, all this is going to be Oz district. So all this leading up to Oz, all the way around, and maybe a little bit over here. I don't know. I might leave that just as is. But basically, we're going to finish all this section out. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back over here. Hopefully on Wednesday, start Galinda's Castle. So that is our plan for next week. I just want to take a quick moment. I want to thank everyone who came in today. Thank you so much for those of you that are new followers and are regular followers. I thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you to those that subbed today and all the subscribers. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And of course, all of you that are coming in and those of you that are watching this outside the live, I see you. I appreciate you. And again, I thank you so much. I hope you guys are enjoying the content as much as I enjoy creating it. And again, if you guys are interested in joining the Discord, I will be happy to have you guys join our little Tartlet family. And I would love to hang out with you guys and play some video games as well. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end that there today. And I will see you guys all on Monday back in Tiny Glade. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. All right. Bye bye.